Good Sunday morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on the Sam channel. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Sunday, March 5th. Well, things have finally settled down. Yesterday was a beautiful day. Sorry about shook the camera there for a second. It was a gorgeous day, and everything turned out very nice, very calm. There was a little bit of a breeze yesterday afternoon, but wow, that's the calm after the storm for sure yesterday. And it's because of high pressure, which right now is setting about Pulaski County this morning over toward the Somerset area, and it covers a big area across much of the Mid-South region, sprawling high pressure, a nice change of pace after what we experienced on Friday. And there's still a lot of people, a lot of people. I saw a lot of cleanup going on yesterday, heard chainsaws everywhere, folks still trying to clean up after this thing. And as of 5:20 this morning, there's still thousands of people without power. Now, this is an outage map, and it's just takes in Warren Rural Electric, WRECC. So as of this morning and as of 5:20, still about 7,000 or so. Maybe it's a little more than that. That looks a little bit more. Let me check that for sure. 17,000. So you see, as we got into Friday, even before the worst of the storms, we started seeing that spike. About 45,000 were without power, close to it. And then it's been dropping off and dropping off ever since on this graph, but still 17,558 um, have no power as of this morning. So there's still a ways to go, as you can see. Sam 100.7 is still off the air this morning. But that's only Warren RECC. That's not counting BGMU. That's not counting Kentucky Utilities. That's not uh, considering Pennyrile. Is it Pennyrile Electric? There's a whole bunch of other electric co-ops out there. That's just Warren RECC. So this thing was widespread everywhere. Everybody got affected in some form or fashion, whether it's the smallest of tree limb that went down or total power outages or even structural damage. It's everywhere. Not like a tornado that takes a path, a small path, and does destruction. This was everybody. And again, the lowest recorded low pressure ever in Bowling Green at 981 millibars, I believe it was. That's pretty low. 981.4 millibars, breaking the record set back in 1973 of 983 millibars. So the lower the number, the lower the pressure, and the winds. Just pretty incredible. So we're recovering slowly. If you still want to listen to Sam, remember we're online and on your devices. Just go to bowlinggreensam.com and you can still listen to Sam 100 points. It's been going this whole time. It's just been online only until our transmitter site, they restore power there. But looks like it may take a little bit longer. I mean, it's possible that when I do my radio show in the morning, we still won't have power to the transmitter. So, but you can listen online, you can listen on your phone, you can listen on Alexa and all of that if you just go to bowlinggreensam.com and get all that. Just click it there in your car. If you have Bluetooth, you can still listen. Okay, here's a look at the 10-day blender, and you can see that we're going to warm back up today. We hit a high of 62 yesterday in Bowling Green. Very nice. 56 is where we should be on average. So we were 6 degrees above average on temperature yesterday. We're going to be a bit warmer today. 67. So we're going to be close to 10 degrees above average today. And then tomorrow, we're going to be in the mid 70s, as you see there, 75, the projected high temperature. Then we cool down a little more on Tuesday. There's a couple of fronts that are going to come in. Nothing as strong as what I saw or what we experienced, we all saw on Friday. But notice the reset button gets hit and it tends to stay there. Maybe this is the last little gasp of winter. It should be, because we're approaching the official first day of spring. That doesn't mean we're instantly going to have spring. It's like we've had spring all winter, pretty much. But look at those numbers, 50s across the board, except for Friday, when we do get up into the low 60s. But then we're right back into the 50s. And even some chillier air after that. Notice some of the lows get into close to freezing as we get into Saturday night and Sunday night, Monday night next week. I don't see any 70 showing up, anything close to 80. So maybe you can't really call it a reset to winter, but you can say it's a reset back to more seasonal temperatures. I keep wanting to say seasonable, but seasonal temperatures. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's take a look at the Kentucky Mesonet this morning. It's a chilly start if you're out and about and maybe heading off to church or to work this morning. Temperatures are mostly above freezing. A few spots are even in the low 40s. Again, because of the stability of the air, the very dryness of the atmosphere, high pressure sitting on top of us, well, that means that we're going to have temperatures that are based on the elevation of each of these individual mesonet sites. So you can have, 30 in one spot and then up the road have 42. It all depends on the elevation of these individual mesonet sites because of the stable air. But once the sun comes up and we get a little heat, then everything starts to level off and we get into the mid 60s for a high today. Let's take a look at the models here and what's projected and the flow, the upper flow, and how things are going to be set up here. We're still in that what we call zonal flow. Look at this. Pacific flow coming in, and everything is just west to east and just continues to be that for a while. Okay. So, winter, as far as winter weather, it's locked into the north here and will stay that way for a while. We're going to have a little series of a couple of disturbances kind of working through, but nothing as potent as what we had on Friday. So that's some good news. I do see once we get close to Friday and Saturday, there may be a stronger system that tries to work in here, but nothing in comparison to what we experienced on Friday. I mean, here we go. This is on the timeline here. We're looking at Monday night into early Tuesday. We see a weak boundary that just kind of comes through, squeeze. It's mostly dry on the southern end of this where we are, but it's only going to squeeze out a little bit of light rain. We keep this in the motion. Here we go into Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we start to see a little more organization, but it's very scattered. And we're still in the zonal flow as far as winter being locked into the north, more spring-like, warmer zone down to the south of us, or actually where we are. The more organized system that's going to come in will be a low that moves out of Texas and moves into our area. Let me stop this because it's already reset to the end. But notice it tries to get going here in the central part of the country. But as far as winter, it's still up north. Now, the weekend, the models kind of diverge a little bit. Uh, some of the models are saying, yes, that will happen as far as where this is going to go or how it's going to split off, or we're going to get a more a deeper system, low pressure system that not as deep as the one Friday, but enough to bring us just a small taste of winter as it spins around. And this one, some of the models are even hinting that it would move kind of in the same direction that we had the one on Friday move through, close to the Ohio River. So that is certainly worth watching. In fact, we can take a look at that on the surface map here for the next 7 days, and you'll be able to see it. There's a front that's over us this morning that is really just not much of a front. It's actually going to just kind of just fizzle out. As you see there, it starts to become a broken front. High pressure is stronger than this frontal boundary, but we do start to get the warmer air, and here comes the next system. Notice it's not as deep, 1,000 millibars, not bad. Okay. So as we go through time, this warmer air is going to move in. It will become breezy for tomorrow, but that's going to push our temperatures into the mid 70s. Here we go into Tuesday. There's the front coming through. Notice millibars 1009. Remember, we had 981 millibars with that low on Friday. Record pressure, low pressure system. This one, not as bad. In fact, you don't even see the rain painted in here, but there could be a sprinkle or two. What's going to happen is this front's going to go south and just kind of stall, start to pick up on some Gulf moisture. Well, it reset on me. Let me go back. Here we go into Tuesday, Wednesday. It goes south, and then this low that falls out of Texas or starts from Texas and starts to lift northward, we'll get what's called overrunning moisture. Where it's colder, it's going to be snow and a little mix. It paints it in here a little bit on Wednesday. I'm just not very confident it's going to be cold enough for that to happen to us because we're going to be on the warmer side of things. As you see here, one warm front, the next cold warm front, and that low takes a track almost exactly where the one did on Friday. But look, this is not 981 millibars, it's 1004. So it is a much, much weaker low pressure, but it still has a little bit of a tilt. That little bit of a tilt where it becomes somewhat occluded, wrapping around itself. And the question is, will there be strong to severe storms? Maybe on Saturday, but as I said, the models are kind of going, one's going this way and one's going this way. Too soon to say. Hopefully not, but something worth keeping an eye on over the next several days. Weather stick is blue today, so everybody's good to go. It's going to be a gorgeous day again. Highs in the mid 60s. God bless you. Thank you for watching. I'll be back here tomorrow morning. Just remember, if you want to listen to Sam radio, 100.7 is down. Don't know how long it's going to be down. That's our transmitter site, which is out at Wingfield on the Edmondson Warren County line, and they haven't restored power out there yet. Hats off again to all the crews, and we've got crews coming in from Georgia and Alabama and South Carolina, North Carolina, all over the place. People that we've helped in times past are coming to help us to try to get power back on, but God bless them all. Man, what a big, big job this has been. But anyway, if you want to listen to Sam, go to bowlinggreensam.com and you can listen to us there. Just hit the listen live button on your phone, if you have a smartphone, or on your desktop, or in your car. Just if you can Bluetooth it, that way you can still, because it's still running and everything's still up there. Okay, have a great Sunday. God bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.